you smiling like that? You having a good day today? Like, oh, yo, back up. Leave me alone.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.
Master the art of conversation with women. I think a lot of guys struggle with talking with women because y'all just be overthinking it. But the reality is they're human beings just like you, bro. They're nervous just like you, bro. So it's not that hard. But let's get into the video, break it down, and see if we can get some tips and pointers for y'all.
You are about to discover the ultra rare secret that most men will never know about attracting women. I assure you that by the time you finish watching this video, you'll know exactly how to talk to women, how to get inside their minds, and how to make them eagerly await the next time they see you or hear from you. This is you, and this is the girl you'll be talking to. What should you say to her? What should you talk about? And how can you make your conversation flow smoothly? This is the first mistake you can make when you start talking to a girl. When you're speaking with her, don't overthink the topic of conversation or how you're going.
This is a great advice right off the rip. When you're talking to women, honestly, bro, the best thing you can do is just fucking turn your brain off, bro. Turn your brain off and have fun with the conversation. Let it flow. You know what I mean? Actually listen to what she's saying. The best thing you can do, and this is not just for women, but just talking to people in general, you want people to feel good, get them to start talking about themselves. Ask them their interests, ask them their hobbies, get them to talk about things that they're passionate about. You know, if you land a compliment, maybe stray away from like, yeah, if she's a pretty girl, you calling her pretty or whatever, maybe, you know, makes her smile. But if she's an attractive woman, she gets that all the time. Compliment her on her shirt, compliment her on her shoes, compliment her on her maybe the little fucking anime character hanging from her backpack or something. You know, something that is a little bit different, a little bit more unique, that, you know, highlights more into things that she's actually interested in the real world, because that's how you start real, genuine conversations. And when you get somebody to start opening up about the things that they care about in their personal life, that is slowly going to lower their wall. That is kind of like, wait, this is a stranger. I don't really know this person, but it's going to add some more familiarity. I kind of said that in a weird way, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. So turn your brain off. Don't overthink so much. We're only 30 seconds into the video and I'm already yapping my ass off. I guess that's what I'm here for, though.
Where you at, Berto?
You know what it is.
Going to speak. Before we get into the details, I want you to first change your perspective on this. I want you to change your internal mindset. When you're talking to a girl, you need to remember that she's just a human being, nothing more. Don't place her on a pedestal just because she's attractive. I know this might sound superficial and like something you've heard before, but it's crucial that you internalize it. From now on, every time you talk to a beautiful girl, I want you to remember me and tell yourself, she's just a human being. The second thing I want you to internalize is that you need to see yourself as being in a higher position while she's in a lower one. Don't worry, I'll explain how you can do this later, but for now, just listen. Now.
I think in general, it's good advice, but sometimes the way you word things for the very immature mind, they might take that and run with it in a very toxic way, but we'll hear them out.
When you're talking to a girl, her subconscious mind, the instinct that controls love and seeks the right man, is evaluating you to see if you're the right guy for her or not. If you've watched all the videos in this series on how to attract women, you'll know that women are emotional beings who are drawn to what they feel. But in today's episode, we're going to dive deeper into this topic. Let me explain to you what attraction is for a woman. The single most important and fundamental concept you must understand to succeed with women is attraction. Without understanding how attraction works, you will never succeed with women and dating. There are no exceptions to this rule. Unlike men, women often act based on how they feel, making decisions driven by emotions rather than logic. They see something, feel something, and respond to that feeling. Because their actions are emotion-based, they essentially can't control who they are attracted to and who they aren't. Attraction is a subconscious response that women have towards.
So before he breaks it down even further, the main thing is if you can make somebody feel good about you, you have that much more of a chance of getting them to like you. That's why you see guys that aren't really in shape, that don't dress the best. Some guys that even are just straight up cornball. That's why you see attractive women end up with them, because again, bro, you make a woman feel good, you make somebody feel good. It kind of might sound like manipulation a little bit, but let's be real. This is just the laws of life. You make someone feel comfortable, they're gonna let their guard down and they'll start to put up with your bullshit. So again, my overall advice to you is to still be be a good person, still present yourself the best, still, you know, walk into the room and be the best version of yourself 100%. But if you can make someone feel comfortable around you, you can kind of start to bypass some of the other things that you're probably lacking at. And that's, I guess, the personality part, right? But, you know, if you're also fucking chopped, you need to work on that as well.
Certain behaviors exhibited by men. Therefore, to trigger attraction, you need to incorporate these behaviors into your personality. But before we
Much
dive
love,
into
Carrie.
the
Appreciate
specifics,
you.
let me clarify a few facts. 1. Women do not control who they are attracted to. 2. Women do not control who they are not attracted to. This means that attraction happens on an unconscious level, and women cannot control it. Now, I want you to imagine this subconscious part of a woman's mind as a radar. When you start talking to her, it lights up and begins scanning you to see if you're suitable for her or not. This radar is separate from her conscious mind, meaning if this radar wants you, her conscious mind won't be able to say no. That's why so many women end up falling for the same bad guy who mistreats them and cheats on them. Her logical brain constantly tells her, you've made the same mistake, you'll be mistreated again, you'll be cheated on again. But because she's biologically programmed to think emotionally and her radar is disconnected from her logical mind, her logic can't control her. Before we move on, I want you to take this fact with you. Any girl in the world, from the moment she is born, has a primary goal in life, which is to find the right man for her. And know that this is not the typical talk you hear from society, but it is the biological truth. A woman could be a scientist or an astronaut at NASA, but even so, her ultimate goal remains finding the right man for her. And this right man is not someone she chooses, but rather the radar inside her is what seeks him out and selects him. So from now on, whenever you talk to a girl, know that this radar inside her is scanning you to see if you're suitable for her or not. This radar looks for many things in you. Among the most important is whether you appear to be better than her or if she is better than you. The way it determines this is...
So I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that point, because at the end of the day, yes, when you break everything down, it's like, what are we working so hard for? It's like, it's, as a man, it's within our human nature to find a partner, have kids, take care of them, lead them, and make sure that they learn as much valuable lessons from them as from us as possible, so they can go out into the world and rinse and repeat and do that. And in a woman's inherent nature, find a man, you know, be a nurturing woman, you know, support her man. She, like, again, I'm not even saying this in a weird way, but the queen is the most versatile player on the chessboard for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They are the most, so a queen is very powerful to the king. So when I say support her man, I don't even mean in like no weird degenerate way, bro. I'm talking about on some real shit. Y'all queens are so powerful. Y'all are so important to win the game. That's why y'all can move in any direction on the chessboard, bro. You know what I'm saying? And while they are nurturing and supporting their man, they live the baby, the children, and they bring them into the world. So again, 2 players on the board, and these are our instinctual responsibilities, right? So when a woman is out in the open, fucking single, and a man is out in the open, yeah, we do have our radars, and we are inherently, even if you want to lie to yourself and say you're not, and you're focusing on yourself, which can be true. 2 things can be true at once. Focusing on yourself, but there's still going to be a part of you subconsciously that is looking around like, is this person compatible with me? Do I see myself dating this person? Like, let's just be honest. You start talking to a girl, she's a stranger, or you start talking to a guy, he's a stranger as a woman. Even if like you're not looking, the question still comes up in your head. Do I think this guy's cute? Do I think this girl's cute? Do I think this guy could be a potential husband? Do I think this girl can be a potential girlfriend? Like, or potential wife? These things go in your mind. So we're not gonna sit here and act oblivious to the fact that we do these things subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? And a big question that women are gonna ask themselves, could this guy lead me to a life that I desire? And the only thing that she has to go based off of at surface level is how you look, your appearance, how you smell, your teeth, your hair, the visual aspect. Is he giving wealth? Is he giving healthy? Is he giving confident? Is he giving fucking cleanliness? All these things are adding or taking away from the little mental radar that she's doing as he's fucking, is he giving money? Not for real. All these things are going on in her little mental radar. So these are true. This is true.
By observing how you interact with her, whether you treat her in a way that shows you see yourself as better than her,
Money
or if
is
you
a
see her
factor
as
now.
better than you. If you treat her in a way that shows you
The thing is about the whole money, bro, like, I think it's wrong for a woman to just completely write you off if you are quote unquote not giving money, especially if she's broke. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, So you're broke as fuck. You don't have a dollar to your name, but you want a nigga to make 6 figures? Like, that's weird. But on the same side of that coin, I can also appreciate and respect that a woman wants to be with a man that has something going on for himself. And I think the fine line is, I feel like they shouldn't, how can I say this? I feel like a fine line is like, okay, is the guy working on himself? Is he working towards something? Does he have goals? And do I believe that he's hard working enough to actually achieve those goals? You know what I'm saying? I think that's where the conversation really needs to lie.
Yourself is better than her. The radar will understand that you are better than her. And that's when the woman will become yours. I know this may sound confusing and I know it seems difficult and complicated, but trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand everything and you'll know how to make any girl, no matter who she is, think about you all day long after your conversation without even knowing why she did it. So what should you do and what should you say to make the radar understand that you see yourself as better than her? Let's start with something simple that many people overlook: body language. If you've ever tried researching body language, you'll find that some say you should keep your head up, others say don't put your hands in your pockets, and others say sit with a straight back. The first thing I want you to do now is to forget all of that. It's all nonsense.
It's not nonsense, but it's all like, nigga, if you are not a confident person and you fucking are a bitch in life, like, you just doing these things is not gonna fix that. Like, when you are confident, you are confident. You know what I mean? So it's like, all these things could potentially add to your confidence, but this isn't the make or break. This isn't gonna be the reason why you're gonna start adding good, healthy habits to your life. You know what I mean? That's really what it is.
It won't help you at all. There are 3 points I want you to focus on regarding body language. A common mistake many men make is leaning towards the girl while talking. This often turns her off because you're subconsciously signaling that you're too interested in her. Instead, make it a habit to talk to her while leaning away. This is the first point. The second point is to almost start walking away when she says something you disapprove of. For example, if a girl says, "I'm not really interested," you could respond with, "I know, I'm probably too much for you to handle. You're too much of a nice girl anyway," and then start to walk away as you say it. You'll likely see her either walking towards you or trying to stop you with a quick comment. Attractive girls aren't used to guys walking away like this. They're usually accustomed to being chased. Therefore, walking away will demonstrate high value, which will automatically make her more attracted to you. The third point, and the most important point in body language that I want you to be aware of throughout your life, is this. I'll give you an example to help you understand. Imagine yourself sitting next to an important person, someone with a high status. How would you sit? You probably wouldn't sit relaxed. You'd try to show respect and wouldn't be comfortable. You'd be smiling and laughing by yourself to please them. But now, imagine yourself sitting next to a friend you've known for 10 years or sitting next to your brother. How would your body language be? You probably wouldn't care at all about how you're sitting.
And this goes back to just kind of my overall point. I still feel like, and you know, shout out to him, he's making a YouTube video, so he's getting nitty and gritty, but it's like, all this comes down to you just being actually confident. Because when you're actually confident, when you're genuinely, you know, not really worried about fucking what everybody else thinks, like, that's how you would be. You would be sitting like you're with your fucking friends. And it all goes back to the whole human being point in the beginning, where it's like, any fucking posture can be a genuine posture when you're carefree and just being yourself and feeling like you're being yourself. But when you're overthinking and fidgeting and, you know, like the whole leaning in thing, bro, I could probably lean in, but if I'm doing it confidently, like, that just is what it is. But if you're leaning in on purpose because you're like, oh, maybe this is gonna make her think that I'm interested in what she's saying, it's like, oh, nigga, back up, bro. You're kind of making me nervous. You're kind of scaring me a little bit. Yo, what the fuck's got going? Why are you smiling like that? You having a good day today? Like, oh, yo, back up. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's fucking Michael B. Jordan, multi-millionaire, who's confident, rich, don't really care to talk to this woman at all. I guarantee you, if he was leaning in like this, she's going. You know what I'm saying? She's going, 100%.
You might be sitting with your legs stretched out. You might be leaning back and talking to them. You wouldn't even care if they're sitting next to you or not. So, when 2 people sit and talk, the one with the higher value among them is the one who sits comfortably and doesn't care about the other person sitting next to them. This is the mindset I want you to adopt. When you're talking to a a girl, the first thing I want you to do is to sit comfortably in a position that makes you feel at ease and not care about how she perceives you. This idea of thinking about how you should sit should disappear from your mind. If you want to put your hand in your pocket, do it. If you want to take it out, take it out. If you want...
Okay, and I'm glad that he said this, because that was kind of my whole thing. I just felt like he was getting a little too nitty gritty with the first 2 points, but all this is what it is. Do what you want, because that's what a confident nigga does. He does what he wants.
To lift your leg up, lift it. If you want to lean back, lean back. The important thing is to be comfortable and do what makes you feel at ease. The girl won't care about what you do with your hands or your legs while you're talking. She'll only care whether you're sitting